It is a wrap here in Laclahache, British Columbia. We're off to our new digs on the hay ranch that we showed you all. And it's been lovely here. It's still a beautiful sunshiny day, but unfortunately provincial campsites in our area are closing and winter is on its way. Hopefully Curtis is able to get away quickly and we're able to head south before the snow comes, but I doubt it. We are going somewhere very special.
We are. Are we gonna leave it a surprise till we show her?
Yes, but I will give you a little precursor. It's where I seriously questioned whether Curtis was a mass murderer or not when we first started dating.
That is true.
And I'll tell the story when we get out there, but yeah, it was one of the most romantic days of my life and one of the most terrifying days of my life.
Sounds like a good time.
Sounds like dating.
Yeah. So Debbie, we're at
Mahood Falls in Canim Lake, BC. And in 1988, in January, Curtis asked me out on a date and told me to dress warm. I didn't know Curtis. I had met him at a dance. We got into a vehicle and we drove. He didn't tell me where we were going. We drove and we drove and we drove, and it was winter and there was no one around. And as we're driving, I start thinking, I am driving with someone I don't know into the middle of nowhere. I didn't tell my parents where I was going. No one knew I was with Curtis. As we're in the vehicle driving, I'm starting to get nervous. And I ask Curtis, where are we going? And he just laughs and says, you'll see. So I start thinking how I'm going to defend myself if things go terribly, terribly wrong. We get out into the middle of nowhere and he pulls over on the side of this road in this kind of weird pullout. There's lots of snow. It's cold out. And he says, we're here. And I looked around, I didn't see the sign. And as far as I know, we are nowhere, but there's a forest. And he says, get out of the car. And I have to say, I had a huge struggle figuring, do I get out of the car or do I scream and start punching? But I got out of the car, and then as it turns out, we walked down this beautiful trail and arrived at Mahood Falls. And Curtis had packed a wine and cheese and meat platter picnic, and we had a picnic on top of the frozen ice on top of the falls. And that's why I say what was the most terrifying moment of my life and the most romantic moment of my life.
So I wasn't an axe murderer after all.
Apparently not.
Just a romantic.
Just a romantic.
But accused of being an axe murderer. Interesting.
Such a beautiful hike through here. We just met another group of people with 2 dogs and pulled over so that they could pass us freely. The trail's a little narrow for dogs, and I'm glad we did because their dogs were barking and being silly like ours sometimes are. Come on then. This is the happiest dog ever. Hey Luna. Luna. Hi. This dog loves going for walks. Come on, Luna. They do warn you that there is no fencing to keep an eye on your children, and in our case, our not so bright big dog, because he would be like a cartoon and walk right off the edge. Oh, that's so pretty.
Last summer, 2021, this fire is really originated from Canim Lake, which is just over that hill, and burned all the way over here. So this is Drewry Lake. We're at Mahood Lake Provincial Park. The campground part is closed, but the day use and boat launch area is still open. Just a beautiful, beautiful, calm day on the lake. This lake is subject to some serious weather and waves when a storm comes in here. It can come fast. It's a big lake, and there's always warnings, including the one up top there at the boat launch. Campsites here at Howard Lake. There's the ones along the lake shore, and there's actually some that are up in here. This higher bench area also has a view of the lake. Most of them do. It's quite nice. And there's ones along the backside here, on the trees. Some private ones all by themselves.